Hello everyone. Assalamu alaikum. Today we are going to discuss Safety 2, a safety differently analysis based on NTSB Accident Report Number AAR 2002 PB 2020-101004. The fatal accident of Atlas Air Incorporated Flight 3591, Boeing 767-375 BCF, at Trinity Bay, Texas, United States, on February the 23rd, 2019. This video is presented by Mohammed Panduati Subroda and Mohammed Hadi bin Ali Mukhtar. This video is assignment number 1 of the Safety Management System subject by Dr. Guido Karim Jr. The video will cover the NTSB summary of the accident, the probable cause, findings of the accident investigation, safety recommendations from NTSB, Safety 2 analysis recommendations and conclusion. Atlas Air Incorporated Flight 3591, a Boeing 767-375 BCF, was destroyed on February 23, 2019, at 12:39 Central Standard Time after it crashed into a narrow, swamp vicinity of Trinity Bay, Texas, about 41 miles east-southeast of George Bush Intercontinental Houston Airport, Houston, Texas. After rapidly descending from an altitude of about 6,000 foot mean sea level, MSL. The captain, first officer, FO, and a non-revenue pilot in the jump seat were all killed. Atlas flew the plane for Amazon.com Services LLC on a domestic cargo flight, and an instrument flight rules flight plan was filed. The flight left Miami International Airport in Florida around 11:33 Eastern Standard Time, for Houston. The accident flight took off from Miami, cruised along the way, and started its descent into Houston without any problems. As the plane got closer to the airport, the flight crew extended the speed brakes, lowered the slats, and started setting up the flight management computer for the approach. The FO was the pilot in charge of flying, and the captain was in charge of monitoring. The autopilot and auto throttle were turned on and stayed on for the rest of the flight. The NTSB presumable that the first officer's improper reaction as the PIC of the aircraft to an unintentional activation of the go-around mode caused his spatial disorientation and nose-down control inputs that also put the aircraft into a steep descent where the crew failed to recover. The accident happened because the captain didn't keep a close eye on the plane's flight path and didn't take control of the plane to act quickly enough. Systemic weaknesses in the way the aviation industry chose employees and measured their performance, which didn't address the first officer's lack of aptitude and bad way of handling stress, were also to blame. The FAA's failure to set up the pilot records database in a strong and reasonable manner also played a role in the accident. This accident was not caused by any of the following factors: certifications and qualifications of the captain and first officer, air traffic control services, condition and maintenance of airplane structures, power plants and systems, and airplane weight and balance. They were all good to go. There wasn't enough information to tell if the flight crew members were tired at the time of the accident, and there was no evidence that they were impaired by a medical condition, alcohol, or other drugs. The FO was unaware of and unprepared for the go-around mode to be activated on the aircraft. The FO probably had a pitch-up somatogravic illusion when the plane accelerated because he accidentally turned on the go-around mode, which made him push forwards on the elevator control column. The FO has had problems in training for a long time, and when something unexpected happens during training, he tends to react quickly and in the wrong way. This suggests that he can't stay calm in stressful situations, which may have made his problems with his aptitude even worse. The FAA promotes the Pilot Records Improvement Act and the Pilot Records Database to assure that operators include experts in flight operations as soon as possible in the process of reviewing records and that essential learning concerns are found and assessed. The FAA issue a safety alert for operators to advise pilots and operators of Boeing 767 and 757 series airplanes about this accident and notify them that, due to the speed brake levers close to the left go-around mode switch, it is possible to energize accidentally touching the switch with the hand or wrist while controlling or holding the lever. Form a committee of aircraft performance, human factors, and aircraft operations experts to research the pros and cons of using military automatic ground collision avoidance system technology in civil transport category airplanes. Okay, everyone. Let's move on to the next section of this video. In this section, we are going to talk about Safety 2. According to Professor Eric Hollnagel, Safety 2, by definition, is that as many things as possible go right. We should ensure that as many things as possible go right in Safety 2. Safety 2 is proactive, continuously trying to anticipate developments and events. It assumes that things, whether they go right or wrong, basically happen in the same way, regardless of the outcome. A Safety 2 investigation aims to understand how things usually go right as a basis for explaining how they occasionally go wrong. In Safety 2, humans are not seen as a problem to control but as a resource necessary for system flexibility and resilience. Performance variability is inevitable and useful and can be monitored and managed. Now, let us begin with the assessment and recommendations part for the accident of Atlas Air Incorporated Flight 3591. By focusing on how things can go well rather than only on how they can go wrong, Safety 2 shifts the focus of safety management from protective safety to productive safety. Safety 2 aims to develop an organization's potential for resilient performance, including how it reacts, observes, learns, and anticipates, in addition to eliminating hazards and preventing failures and malfunctions. We will use the Resilience Analysis Grid, or RAG, in this assessment, which Professor Eric Hollnagel proposed. The organization will be assessed by using 4 elements, which consist of the ability to respond, monitor, anticipate, and learn. And the status of the assessment is marked by giving them excellent, satisfactory, acceptable, unacceptable, deficient, or missing. For the first element of RAG regarding the ability to respond of Atlas Company, we analyzed that this company is deficient. There are 3 reasons why this company's status is deficient. 1. The FO was not recommended to fly Boeing 767 because he needed more takeoff and landing performance and aircraft systems training. 2. He was an Embraer ERJ-175 FO and tried to become a captain in Mesa Airlines but ended in failure. 3. Decided to resign due to failing in Canada Air Regional Jet FO initial training. We recommend that the Human Resource Development Division of Atlas Air should pay more attention to recruiting the employee. Regarding the ability to monitor of Atlas Company, this company's status is unacceptable due to the FO remarks such as: 1. The FO held back his partner's simulator. 2. He could not execute crew resources management and performed poorly during training. We propose that Atlas Company encourage the training department to selectively authorize the pilot to fly. Concerning the ability to anticipate of Atlas Company, this company's status is missing due to the FO remarks, such as: 1. The FO was anxious and nervous. 2. His situational awareness was very low and narrow-minded. 3. FO often do inappropriate actions during flight. We encourage Atlas Company's Ops section always to double-check the pilot's ability. In connection to the ability to learn of Atlas Company, this company's status is missing due to FO remarks being abundant. We advise certain recommendations, such as: 1. Company's HRD audit. 2. Bring up the employee's sound to the surface. 3. Execute a 6-month check for the aircrew to supervise their performances. Professor Sidney Decker stated that in relation to safety differently, practitioners must deal with increased complexity and need for constant adaptation and fewer resources due to the rise of automated systems and cutting-edge technologies. From the safety differently perspective, we recommend that Boeing design the go-around switch to consider the ergonomic aspect due to the unintentional operation of the go-around switch, which was declared the primary cause of the accident. To conclude this presentation, safety conditions are achievable by implementing Safety 2 and safety differently. Human is not the problem in safety, but human is the valuable asset to prevent the mishap. Organizational mismanagement tends to cause incidents or accidents. Automation and ergonomic factor could be considered as triggering the disaster if there is a lack of adaptation. That's all folk for the presentation. We hope this presentation has provided valuable insights and information on the discussed topic. Thanks for watching.